Today we are reviewing one of the Wait, I cannot say the word in the first 30 seconds, right?
Nope.
Today we are reviewing a very beautiful Seiko drop, the newest Seiko Prospex Serie. Yes, we are quite late, but we finally got our hands on all three watches. I seriously can't stop smiling at them like a creep. I just want to review these new watches with you and tell you what I think about this new drop and if it's worth $1,200, which is quite a lot of money. But believe me, you might want to consider buying one of these watches. Before we go any further in this video, make sure to subscribe on the channel right now, because there is a giveaway coming soon which you don't want to miss. On this channel we review the new Seiko, Casio and Citizen drops, so make sure to like and subscribe. Alright, let's unbox all three new watches. As you can see, I have all three new watches, and the first thing I've noticed is the really high-end feeling when wearing this watch. When I wore them for the first time, I was really amazed by the quite interesting look it has. It's very classy, but still a sports watch, and this is the first Seiko watch with a polygon bezel, if you don't count the first vintage models. But they do remind me a bit of the Tag Heuer Aqua Racer, and especially this one. But more about that later in the video. This is the blue model with reference number SPB483. A very cool watch and my personal favorites of this new Prospex series. It might be the most basic color variant, but the color combination between the very light blue dial and a bit dark blue bezel really does it for me. Then we have the SPB485 with a black dial and a bronze bezel. Well, you can see at my reaction that this is the most surprising model of all three, because we haven't seen Seiko using the bronze color for the watches yet. Then last, but in my opinion definitely not least, the Seiko Prospex SPB481. This is the most casual, maybe a bit boring, but high-end looking variant of this Prospex drop. It has a deep black bezel with a sand colored dial. We already talked a little bit about the design, but let's dive a little bit deeper. You get it? Seiko really matched their fans' expectations. It has been a long time since Seiko received so much hype around a new Seiko drop. Their fans have requested them to try something different instead of producing the same watch with just another dial color or movement. Seiko actually listened and said, you know what? Hold my beer. But seriously, when these three new watches released, a lot of people on YouTube and other media reacted on it. You can say a lot of people were very excited about this new drop, but there was one common question being asked. Is Seiko losing their brand identity? And I think it's quite funny that watch enthusiasts always find a way to hate. Because, okay, yes, I can hear your point. Seiko watches are getting way more expensive and they are not just sticking with their own designs. They are looking more around, they're getting more inspired, which to me sounds like more something positive. They are trying to improve the design and also the quality of the watch. Yes, there might be some examples of Seiko drops that are way overpriced, but the direction they are heading might lead to something very cool. So what's really new about this new Seiko drop compared to other Prospex watches? The first thing everyone will notice is the polygon bezel. It is the first time we see Seiko experimenting with these kind of bezel shapes. Let's be honest, we are very used to the round bezels, but this is something different, and I really like this shape. It looks very unique with also a playful touch. One of the things I have to agree on is that the blue model looks a bit too much like the Tag Heuer Aqua Racer. I mean, they have the same watch with a blue dial and also a blue bezel with the same wave pattern. Which is not weird for a dive watch, I mean, but we can't deny the fact it looks a bit alike. But the bezel is way more round and less defined than the Tag Heuer's. So I'm not sure if they're really inspired by them. Let me know in the comments what you think about this comparison. For half the price and the same atmospheric pressure of 300 meters and almost the same power reserve of 3 days plus, it might be a good consideration to choose the Seiko Prospex. The dial of the watches have a wave pattern inspired by the Japanese coastlines. This makes the watch more unique and again more playful. The only downside is that the watch doesn't include a date window. That little thing between the 4 and 5 hour mark, I need some glasses for that. Just kidding, but it is very tiny. I'm not sure what I think about it yet. For practical purposes, this might be a deal breaker. But who actually wears a watch to look at the time, right? Right? The bracelet is made of stainless steel and has a folding clasp with a push button release, with also a security lock right here. I quite like these bracelets. They have a good looking 3-row designs with rounded links. This adds some character and makes it more unique than your typical oyster bracelet. And now you know what these watches look like. But an important aspect of buying a watch is knowing the dimensions. Can you wear this watch with your baby arms? Just kidding, these are my arms and they're also quite tiny. The watches have a case with a diameter of 41.3 millimeters and a lug-to-lug of 48 millimeters. And the watches are 12.5 millimeter thick. I have really tiny wrists, but I think it still looks really good. But it is all personal preference. The Seiko watches have a 6R55 movement. Not a 6R35 movement, which I thought it first was, but the 6R55 movement. This movement was released in February of 2023. It is an automatic movement with a power reserve of approximately 3 days, 72 hours. And an accuracy of +25/-15 seconds per day. The watches have a price of 1,200 euros, which is a standard price for Seiko Prospex. With a new design and also improved movement, this watch might be the most surprising watch drop of 2024. Okay, that's not true, but they're still very cool. So, what do I think about these new watches? Would I buy it? Short answer, yes. This watch has a cool design with it, with new color combinations and a new bezel. I'm quite an active person. I walk a lot and go on a lot of adventures. And so the blue model will be my personal pick. But for more casual occasions, I would choose one of these two. I am very curious what you think about this new Seiko drop. Let us know down below. If you're interested in buying one of these watches, check out the link to our website down below. You can also private message me on this number. Thank you guys so much for watching and make sure to subscribe on the channel for more Seiko, Citizen and Casio drops. See ya!